it could be the fight of the year. It comes on just the second day of the year, this Saturday, again live here from Dallas. A fantastic card. In fact, we'll be hearing from all the fighters coming up here on our press conference show here. But first, let's send it over to the second member of our broadcast team. You know, Latin State, it's Sergio Moore.
Thank you, John. Here for Asa Stevens making propane juice here on Saturday night. Asa, so many fighters are making propane juice. They're doing it in small ballrooms, they're doing it in small rooms, they're doing it at the American on a baseball on the side right.
Thank you, Sergio. All right, look who's joining me now, the always impeccably dressed fashionista herself, Franchon Cruz Dessert. You'll be fighting on the card as well against Ashley Curry, kind of a late replacement fighter for you. What do you expect to see on Saturday from her?
Well, it's always an amazing opportunity to fight on the zone with Golden Boy. And Ashley Curry has a lot of experience. She has over 20 fights, so I'm just looking to stake my claim, put my thing down, and dominate.
You looked fantastic last fight. Until you lost a little bit of your hair in the ring, but you had some fun with it. Tell the story.
Listen. When the going gets tough, you have to go harder. And my coach asked me, did I want the belt or did I want the hair? And everybody know how that went. I said, F that hair, I want the belts. So now I'm rocking my quarantine class, and we're gonna get it, no distractions.
All right, so to someone who's never seen you fight before, how would you describe your style?
Whatever one shows up. I'm a very complicated individual. I'm a Gemini, like no one walks on the beach. But whatever one shows up, boxer, puncher, just to win. So tonight, well, Saturday night, I look to display skill and just have fun. 2021's here.
Now, your nickname is the heavy-hitting diva. Where did that come from?
Well, I always spar with guys, and they said I hit pretty hard, and they like my style, so I just became the heavy-hitting diva.
All right, well, as you know, it is New Year's Eve tonight at midnight. Everyone sings the famous Old Lang Syne song. You tried out for American Idol. You didn't get picked, but you said, hey, since I'm not on American Idol, I might as well become a world champion boxer.
I told you.
You're doing pretty well. Let's hear it. At midnight, listen to the beautiful voice, guys. It's Franchon Cruz Dessert.
I didn't warm up, but I'm going to give it to you. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne?
Give it up, everybody. How about that?
I'm available for weddings, for our mitzvahs, and all that good stuff. Thank you.
Good luck to you on Saturday night. Hey, Sergio, try and top that, buddy. Thank you. Man, you guys could be brothers. Obviously, Sergio would be the uglier brother. Nevertheless, look who's with me right now. The big man, Tristan Calcruth. You'll be fighting Jorge Martinez, who's 4-5 with 1 knockout. You are an impressive 6-0 with 4 KOs, and you're from right here in Texas. What's it feel like for you to fight on the undercard of Ryan Garcia in Dallas?
It feels great. It's my hometown, so a lot of my people are going to be here, and I can't wait to get in the ring and start fighting.
You went 92-2 as an amateur. What's the transition been like you from amateur boxing to a professional level?
It was 92-9, and
sorry.
No, you're good. And the transition, it was great, with the help of Ronnie Shields and obviously my pops, my dad. He helped me get all these national championships and things like that. And Ronnie really helped me sharpen up for definitely for my pro debut. And it's an honor having 2 great coaches, always by my side.
Now I know in the past you love to knock guys out. You're a killer, be killed guy. What's the goals? Why are you laughing? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
What's the game plan then for Saturday night?
I don't really think about the knockout. The knockout really comes by itself. But my game plan is just to execute my jab. Look to counter. Just work off what we've been working on. Through the whole camp. That's my game plan. If knockout comes, then I'll be more than pleased.
Well, I know you got a lot of friends and family from Duncanville watching you right now. What's your New Year's message to everybody at home?
Well, first I gotta say Happy New Year's, right? And I know everybody has a New Year's resolution, and I hope that everybody will stay dedicated to theirs, because everybody has their one important New Year resolution, and mine's just really just the same, just getting closer and closer, to my future goal, and that's becoming a world championship.
All right, you'll be facing Jorge Martinez on Saturday night. Good luck to you, Tristan.
Thank you.
All right, now we go, send it back to Sergio. Sergio, let's talk about our main event for just a second. You've known Ryan Garcia for a long time. How much have you seen him grow since the beginning to where he is right now?
Fighting behind the jab, not just looking for big punches, being disciplined, fighting tall, not ignoring the body. These are all things that a fighter needs to learn. They learn the hard way sometimes. They learn the hard way from prior. They're learning alongside Canelo that we're doing with Ryan Garcia.
All right, Sergio. Thank you for that awkward finish there at the end. Come on, we've been practicing on the rehearsal. For God's sake, Sergio, get it together. Now let's have a face-off time. Let's get 2 fighters up here talking a little smack. And we start first fighting out of Scotts Bluff, Nebraska, ladies and gentlemen. He's 5-5 with 2 knockouts. Welcome to the stage, Rene Marquez. And his opponent, nicknamed Sugar Rush, 5-0 with 2 knockouts, fighting out of Victorville, California, Sean Garcia. All right, let's start with you, Renee. What was your thought process when someone called you up and said, hey, you want to fight Sean Garcia?
Well, I was actually getting ready for my finals, so then I was like, well, I have an opportunity right now. Why not?
Your finals in college?
Yes.
What are you studying?
I'm trying to be a counselor.
What's going to be the tougher test, your counseling final or your fight against Sean Garcia?
You know what? Everything's tough, so it is what it is.
What kind of fighter is he in for? What kind of fight style are you going to bring to him on Saturday night?
Well, the reality, man, I go in there and I give it my all, my body, my heart, my soul, every single thing. And he says he's gonna knock me out, and that's good because I'm willing to fucking die. Sorry,
I'll go for it.
willing to die for this shit.
Hey, your New Year's resolution of stopping profanity doesn't start till tomorrow, so you're sorry. All right, Sugar Rush, where'd you get your name from first, or your nickname from?
In the amateurs, when I was young, every fight before I'd have like a candy bar. And I'd go in and I'd start swinging, and one of the coaches that knew me was like, "Hey, you're Sugar Rush," and I was like, "I guess I am." So everything he just stepped with me.
What does it mean to you to fight on your brother's same fight card here in Dallas?
It means everything to me. You know, me and my brothers done everything together since the amateurs, and we always fought in the amateurs, and it was our dream to fight in the pros. And now that we're here, and him fighting, you know, a good fighter, and it's going to be a great card, and happy to be on it.
I heard a great story. You were in the gym sparring one day, getting loose, getting ready, and all of a sudden Canelo Alvarez jumps in the ring and says, "Let's see what you got, kid." And you had to spar with the legend. What was that like?
Scary. It was scary. It was very scary. No, but I mean, he wasn't going to go hard, but you know, he's very smart. But yeah, we were just joking around. But yeah, he caught me with a jab.
Well, I knew he'd catch you, but did you catch him?
I tried.
All right. Well, what kind of fight are we going to see from you Saturday night as you take on Renee?
You know, I've been training very hard for months and months, and my past fights I didn't really bring in what I know I have, and this fight I'm going to come in and I'm going to do something different.
What advice did your brother give to you for this fight?
Let him miss, let him do the wrong mistakes, and I can pay for it.
All right, well, good luck to both you guys. We could get you to do a little stare down for us before we go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Garcia versus Rene Marquez, Saturday night, live from the Big D here in Dallas, Texas.
Give Sean! Give Sean!
All right, guys, face that way for us. There you have it, Rene Marquez, Sean Garcia. We send it back over to Sergio Mora with a little bit on LUkE Campbell. Hey, Sergio. Well, hey, Sergio, a lot of people are expecting Garcia to go for the knockout, but Campbell says he's going to do the same thing. How likely is it that we see Cool Hand LUkE go for the gusto in this fight? All right, Sergio Mora, I'll be checking with you on throughout this evening or this afternoon. Now let's bring up our next two combatants. Fighting out of Gauteng, South Africa, ladies and gentlemen. 16-1-1 with 8 knockouts, DJ Creel. And his opponent from Managua, Nicaragua, 35-2. He is the IBF light flyweight champion of the world, Felix Alvarado. Welcome, gentlemen, all the way from South Africa. Have you been to Texas before?
Never, it's my first time.
What do you think about Texas?
Great, I'm excited to fight here. It's going to be a big card, and yeah, this is my time.
Now, you had no amateur fights, is that correct?
No, that's not correct. I had 3 amateur fights, 3 losses.
You were 0-3 in the amateurs.
0-3, man, and became a world champion.
Yeah, and-
World champion at 105.
Yeah, 0-3 as an amateur. You lost your pro debut, but you haven't lost since. What, 16 straight fights without a loss?
Yeah, that's it.
What was the changing point? What made you keep going?
It was just the will to win, and I mean, you know, I've always wanted to be a world champion. Boxing is my life. This is all I got, and yeah, that's it. This is what I live for.
So what's your style? How would you describe it?
I'm a boxer puncher, yeah.
And what do you predict will happen Saturday?
Well, I'm here for 12 rounds. I know Felix Alvarado's, he's game, we're here to fight. I'm prepared for 12 rounds, but I'd love to stop him. It's going to be a big statement for me to stop him, and that's what I'm looking at.
All right, Felix, what do you know about your opponent?
Discúlpeme, agradecido. ¿Perdón?
¿Qué sabes de tu oponente?
Bueno, él fue un gran campeón en 105, ahorita él está saltando de categoría en 108. Yo creo que ha valido la pena tanto tiempo esperar. Estoy contento por estar aquí, debutar con la empresa Golden Boy y ya era hora que se nos diera esta pelea tanto para él igual para mí.
¿Y said that it's a big fight. You know, he was a big fighter at 105. Now he's at 108. It's been a long time coming. He's been waiting very long for this fight, and he's very happy to debut with Golden Boy as well.
And your twin brother is also fighting on this card. Who's the better boxer, you or your brother?
Tu gemelo también está peleando en esta cartelera. ¿Quién es el mejor peleador, vos o René?
No, bueno, entre yo y mi hermano pues no tenemos preferencia, simplemente pues hemos hecho nuestro trabajo, gracias a Dios, muy bien. Agradecido con la empresa Golden Boy por hacer este sueño posible de dos hermanos gemelos, campeones mundiales, defender los títulos en un gran evento de Golden Boy con GARCIA y Campbell, y la verdad que estamos emocionados y queremos pues lucir y demostrarnos al mundo del boxeo.
So they said they don't really have a preference on who's better, but they say they've done their work really well, and they're really grateful to Golden Boy and everyone for having this opportunity. It's a huge deal to have two world champion brothers fighting on the same card, twins, and defending their titles on the undercard of the Garcia Campbell card. They just really want to shine.
Finally, what is your prediction for this fight?
¿Qué piensas cómo va a terminar la pelea contra Chris?
No, la verdad que yo me he preparado de muy buena manera. Esta es una de las peleas que más hemos analizado por el tiempo que nos ha tocado esperar por cuestiones de la pandemia, pero la verdad que estoy contento. Yo no me gusta decir en qué round voy a ganar, simplemente me gusta hacer mi trabajo en el gimnasio y los resultados se dan arriba del ring. Espero que DJ Creel también se haya preparado para que sea una muy buena pelea y le deseo lo mejor tanto como a él y nosotros pues también venimos a hacer aquí nuestro trabajo.
He said he's prepared very well. It's one of the most exciting fights for him because of the pandemic and everything that's been going on, so he's very excited to get in the ring. He doesn't like to predict what round things are going to end in, but he did his work in the gym. He hopes that Creel did his work as well so that they can put on a good fight, and he's just here for a good fight.
Okay, and finally, what would you like to say to everyone watching back home in South Africa? Actually, is it the New Year yet? Have we already passed midnight in South Africa?
It's New Year's.
All right.
Eve. Happy New Year's Eve, South Africa. I'm excited that we've got the zone showing in South Africa now. Everyone can watch me live. And I'm just thankful to Golden Boy for giving me this opportunity. And I'm here to shine, man. This is my time. I just want to inspire and build a legacy for myself. I'm here to win. I'm going to be victorious 2nd of January, Saturday.
All right, set your mics down. Let's have a face-off if you could. Once again, everybody, Felix Alvarado versus DJ Creel for the IBF Light Flyweight Championship. Think about what a month it has been here on DAZN. We kicked up with AJ taking on Kubrat Pulev for the heavyweight championship of the world, followed by Canelo Alvarez's fight against Callum Smith. And now to kick off 2021, we've got LUkE Campbell versus Ryan Garcia. An amazing value. You get the entire year for about $100. It is the premier place to watch boxing, thanks in large part to Golden Boy Promotions. Okay, let's get set now for our co-main event of the evening, and what a fight this should be. It is for the WBA Super Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, the challenger fighting out of Maracaibo, Venezuela. He's 25-3-1 with 20 knockouts. Please welcome Roger Gutierrez. And from Managua, Nicaragua, 32-8 with 21 knockouts. He is the reigning and defending WBA Super Flyweight Champion of the world, Rene Alvarado. Let's start with you, Roger. Obviously, this is a rematch. What do you think happens this time around?
Esta es la segunda pelea. ¿Qué piensas que va a pasar esta vez?
que lo conocemos de verdad, gran rival, un gran campeón. Y no, mira, gracias a Dios por esta oportunidad, por estar hoy aquí. Yo creo que estoy muy agradecido con la Golden Boy, con la WBA, pero será una guerra y todo va a ser diferente, nada es igual.
First off, we're prepared for a tough fight. We're going to bring our all. You know, we know our opponent. This is a big champion, and thank you for everybody from the WBA and Golden Boy for this opportunity. It's going to be a war, and we're prepared for something different.
Renee, what do you remember about your first fight that you won by a TKO in the 7th round, and how do you think this one will be different?
René, ¿qué recuerdas de tu primera pelea contra Gutiérrez que ganaste por knockout en el 7º round? ¿Y qué piensas que va a ser diferente o cómo va a ser diferente hoy?
Bueno, recordamos, primero que nada, agradecerle a Dios por estar acá en este gran evento y pues en la primera pelea pienso yo que fue una pelea muy buena, obviamente porque me favoreció a mí y vamos con un objetivo en esta segunda, mantenernos como campeón mundial en este 2021 y estamos muy contentos y agradecidos con Golden Boy por permitirnos ser parte de esta gran cartelera de Ryan García, Campbell.
So he says, first of all, he wants to give remembrance to the people from the hurricane. His first fight favored him. He felt in the first fight. He hopes to continue along that path and start 2021 continuing to be world champion. And he really just wants to thank Golden Boy and everybody for the opportunity as well.
Roger, you pulled off one of the upsets of 2019 when you knocked out highly touted Rocky Hernandez. It was a fantastic performance. It turned a lot of heads. What did that fight do for you and for your confidence level?
Que empezaste con una de las derrotas más sorprendentes en 2009 contra Rocky Hernández, que fue una muy buena pelea para ti. ¿Que esto te dio más confianza o que cómo te afectó ganar esa pelea tan contundentemente?
No, bueno, mira, es una pelea que me abrió las puertas a grandes cosas, como lo pueden ver, a una pelea de título mundial y no, para mí es una pelea como todas son difíciles y todas son de emoción cuando las ganamos, ¿no? Por eso, no, agradecido siempre con Dios por esta oportunidad y la tengo que aprovechar al máximo porque hay veces que solo una vez se presenta en la vida de un boxeador.
So he says it was a fight that opened a lot of doors for him, as you can obviously see from this world championship fight that he's in. All fights are hard, and it's exciting when you win any fight. So he thanks God for this opportunity, and he has to take advantage. So.
You were able to stop him last time. Is your goal to knock him out again?
Pudiste conseguir el knockout en la primera pelea. ¿Piensas que vas a ganar por knockout de nuevo?
No, nosotros hemos trabajado muy bien para caminar round por round. El knockout sale solo, pues si sale, pues bienvenido sea, pero hemos trabajado, vamos a tratar de llevar siempre la iniciativa desde el comienzo de la pelea hasta el final.
So he says that, they're going to work hard round by round. If the knockout comes, then great, but they're just going to work hard and make sure to have a good fight.
We talked to your twin brother earlier. Is it better for you if you fight on the same card and he wins, or does it distract you if somehow he loses?
Están en la misma cartelera, ya hablamos con tu hermano. ¿Es mejor para ti si gana tu hermano? ¿Piensas que te va a afectar el resultado de la pelea de Félix?
No, pues estamos pensando, obviamente, vamos positivo que para todo el pueblo de Nicaragua ese día vamos a salir victoriosos los dos. Ese es el objetivo, hemos trabajado muy fuerte y sentimos esa gran confianza del trabajo que hemos hecho en el campamento.
They said they're coming in with a very positive attitude, and they are thinking that they're both going to win for their country in Nicaragua. They've worked hard, and they're thinking that they're both going to come in and get the win for their country.
Cannot wait. What a firecracker of a fight. 21 knockouts for Alvarado, 20 knockouts for Gutierrez in Nicaragua versus Venezuela for the WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Guys, let's have you stare down. It's a rematch, and it is our co-main event of the evening. And with that, we send it back over to the Latin Snake, Sergio Moore. Bueno. Thank you, Sergio. Of course, when you think of Golden Boy Promotions, the first name that comes to mind is Eric Gomez. But right after that, the Golden Boy himself, my guest at this time, a living legend and the man behind the madness, Oscar De La Hoya. Welcome to Texas.
Thank you. Good being here.
I know you fought here many times. What are your thoughts about coming back?
I did. No, it's beautiful. It's you know that the fight fans are very knowledgeable. They know the boxing game. They know. You know, they study boxing. They know exactly who's fighting, and they study the styles and who's going to win, and so it's pretty cool.
As you know, during this pandemic, many promoters have not been able to get any fans in the seats. It's been very rare, but you were able to pull it off here in Dallas. How important was it for you to do that?
Well, it's very important. Obviously, look, we have to make sure everybody stays safe, first and foremost. But it was important for this type of event. Starting off the year with a big bang, we wanted to make sure that fans have the opportunity to witness a great event. And not only a great event, but witness Ryan Garcia live and in person. So we were able to pull off, I believe, 25% capacity in the arena. It's a sold out event. We are opening up more seats. So we're excited. I think it's very important for the fighters to feel that energy, especially for Ryan Garcia, that feeds off the fans' love.
Yeah, and you've been with Ryan Garcia almost from the beginning of his pro career. What was it about him that you saw as a young fighter that made you think this guy can have a future with me?
I think it's his love for the game. You know, he's a professional inside and outside the ring, but he really loves the game. He loves fighting. You know, people might criticize the fact that he's maybe doesn't take it too serious because they see him all the time, whether it's on social media or TV. But I can assure you one thing, Ryan Garcia is probably the hardest worker in boxing today. And when people watch him for the first time, they're taken back and they're surprised on how easily he can dismantle an opponent. We've put him in with very tough competition. People have doubted him, criticized him, and he keeps steamrolling right, every single opponent. So we feel that that's his little little secret weapon he has in his back pocket, is that he is a hard worker, and sometimes people don't give him enough credit for that.
When it was first, when Luke Campbell's name was first mentioned as a possible opponent, a lot of people thought Ryan Garcia is not ready for this. It's too soon. But he wanted this fight so badly. Did he have to sell you on the fact to give me Luke, or were you on board for the? No.
I'm the type of person that believes in fighters, believes in the ability, believes in talent. And when I first saw Ryan, I believed in his abilities, I believed in his talent, and obviously this fight here is no exception. I believe that we haven't seen the best of Ryan Garcia. He's 22 years old. He hasn't grown into his man strength, and he's just right now getting stronger and faster and smarter. Like I said, he's a hard worker already, but you watch on Saturday, it's gonna be something special.
What does Luke Campbell provide? What kind of fighter is he going to be standing?
I think the experience is a factor in this fight. Luke Campbell, the fact that he's an Olympic gold medalist gives him a lot of confidence. Gives people a lot of confidence to maybe think that Luke Campbell is going to beat Ryan Garcia. He has been in there with Lomachenko. He has been in there with Jorge Linares. So I strongly feel that, with that being said, Luke Campbell is coming in very confident. He is coming in, wanting to prove and to show the world that maybe Ryan Garcia is not what people think he is. But I'll tell you one thing: it's going to be a huge surprise inside that ring come Saturday night.
All right, so we don't want the fighter to look too far ahead. You want to focus on the fight, but you're the promoter, so you're allowed to do that. If Ryan Garcia gets this big win on January 2nd, what do you want to see next for him?
I don't think it's if, I think when.
There you go.
I feel very, very confident that Ryan Garcia is going to take care of business. I think that Ryan Garcia can fight anybody at 135. I think he can go up against.
He's called out Tank Davis.
He can go against. I love the Tank fight. I think Ryan Garcia walks through the Tank. And if you were to ask me like 3 years ago, I would have been kind of like maybe questioned it. But now that Ryan Garcia is the fighter who is improving, the fighter who is growing, the fighter that's getting stronger and faster, I think Ryan Garcia walks right through the Tank. I really do.
Well, Devin Haney will be with us on the broadcast. You know, he wants a shot at Garcia as well.
Sure. Look, I mean, the beautiful thing about Ryan is that every world champion is calling him out. You know?
Right.
It's not the other way around. Like, every world champion out there, and this is the unique position that Ryan Garcia's in, that every world champion needs Ryan Garcia. It's not the other way around. So it's a pretty cool position to be in.
And finally, DAZN has gone worldwide. Ryan Garcia and LUkE Campbell was a big part of that launch. How important is this fight for DAZN globally and for Garcia to build his brand globally?
No, it goes to show you. It goes to show you that look, you know, Golden Boy. We obviously know how to put on the events that really move the needle. And with Ryan Garcia, look, they're launching their global app for a reason with Ryan Garcia. He's a global superstar, and this is just the beginning.
All right, Oscar, thanks for your time. Good luck Saturday.
All right, see you Saturday. Thank you.
All right, we send it over one more time to Sergio Garcia. Nope, excuse me. Nope. Hold on a second. What am I doing here? Promo. All right. Well, I guess we're getting you ready. We've done the co-main event. We've heard from Oscar De La Hoya. We've heard from Sergio multiple times. So let's get you set for our main event. It is, of course, Ryan Garcia versus LUkE Campbell. Fire and Ice. This fight was supposed to happen earlier this month. Obviously, it was delayed, but we can't wait for it to get here, and it happens in 2021, January 2nd, live from the American Airlines Center right here in Dallas, Texas, in front of live fight fans, one of the great fight states in the United States, and it'll feature a man from all the way across the pond. Please welcome to the stage. He is 20-3 with 16 knockouts, a former gold medalist from Great Britain. He is Cool Hand LUkE Campbell. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, he is undefeated, 20-0 with 17 knockouts and arguably the fastest hands in all of boxing. Welcome to the stage, the Flash, King Ryan Garcia. Ryan wants to take his mask off so people can see how pretty he is. Same thing with you, I guess, LUkE? All right, welcome to Dallas, Texas. How does it feel to be back in the United States?
Yeah, great. I love fighting here. I think it's fantastic. Massive show, and I'm excited to be in the main event yet again.
You know, it's strange to me because I've never heard two opposing camps that are so confident their fighters are going to win. All his guys think they're going to walk right through you. You think you're way more talented than he is, and it's a big step up. Why are you so confident that you're going to beat this guy?
Because I want to prove that I'm the best in the division, and I believe I'm the best in the division. And once I beat Ryan, that'll prove a lot of questions.
Do you think, I've heard before that you said you don't start fires, you put him out. You don't talk a lot of trash, but you predicted you're going to knock him out. Why is that?
That's just what I feel.
What is it that you see in his game that makes you think he's susceptible?
Of what I've seen of him, he's good, he's fast, he's got good skill, but I just believe in myself.
Are You buying the hype that this guy's going to be the next great thing in boxing?
Well, we'll soon find out on Saturday night.
I guess we will. He'll be the perfect test for you. This is a big step-up fight for you. What were your thoughts when someone said, hey, do you want to fight LUkE Campbell?
I wanted this fight after Fonseca. I called out Linares, and obviously I mentioned LUkE's name. So when Linares fell through, you know, time passed, and they offered LUkE Campbell as a mandatory. So I was excited. I was like, well, my dream's coming true. I get to fight the guy I want to fight, and I was already wanting to fight him. So guess the stars aligned perfect.
I was watching a recent program with you on DAZN where you were watching some of his fights on TV, and you were almost laughing because you said you saw so many openings to knock this guy out. What do you see when you watch LUkE Campbell fight?
I always said he's a good fighter. I never said he wasn't a good fighter. But I just know that with my skills and what I have and all the hard work I put in, I'm confident that I will come victorious.
So this guy thinks he's going to knock you out. You've seen he's been blitzing through people. His last fight only lasted about 50 seconds. Is your strategy just going to be to avoid the early knockout and then wear him down as the fight progresses?
My strategy is just to win, you know, by any means possible.
Most of his fights end early, though. He hasn't been long distances. I think he's only been the distance once in the
It's good I didn't let it happen. That's the
Yeah.
only reason. But I've trained as hard as I can for 12 rounds. So if it happens to go that way, I will go that way. If he brings it out of me, if he's tough, if he can take a shot, then that's what's going to happen. But I'm ready for it. So, you know, they could say all they want that I can't go 12 rounds. But when I get in there, I've trained as hard as I can to go 1,000 rounds.
Don't you have a little bit of unanswered questions yourself? Yes, you're very
There's
confident.
there's a lot of unanswered questions, but that's because I haven't got the chance to display that. You understand? If they took me to 10 rounds, 12 rounds, I would have went those rounds. But I haven't gave them the chance because I seen the shot and I took it. Now, if LUkE could do it, he will do it.
Do you expect this fight to go the distance?
I expect this to be a great fight. I've trained for a war because I know LUkE is he's a tough guy. You know, when he gets hit, when he gets dropped, he gets up, he keeps fighting. So like I said, if he could take the shot and he gets dropped, I've seen him get up and fight on. So I think that it might be a good fight.
There's some people that watched your fight against Lomachenko where you fought brilliantly, quite honestly. You're fantastic. That thing, maybe he took a little bit out of you, that maybe you've regressed a little bit because of that fight. Do you feel like that's taken some energy from you?
Yeah, everybody says that I perform well, but me and myself, I knew I didn't really perform to my best of ability. And when I watched that fight back, I can be so much better than that. And ever since that, I've trained, I've strived to be the best I can be and be the best version I can be for this fight.
To all your to all your fans and family that are watching right now back in the UK, what's your message for them as you get set for this fight?
My message is just to tune in Saturday night. I've come to fight. This is going to be a fantastic fight, and I believe it's two of the best in the division that are facing off against each other, and it's going to be a fantastic fight.
Ryan, what say you now as you get set to fight perhaps should be on paper at least the toughest fight of your career? You're going to get some questions answered. What are you going to deliver for your fans Saturday?
Man, I'm going to just give everything I got with this year, all the loss of family members and just everything, the sacrifice, the tears, everything that we all gone through. I'm going to bring that into 2021 and bring all that I got. So make sure that you don't blink.
All right, before we have our stare down, let's send it right back over to Sergio. Or Sergio, what kind of fight are we going to see Saturday here in Dallas? All right, here we go. Let's have our face-off, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, fighting out of the United Kingdom, 20-3, 16 knockouts. He is cool hand LUkE Campbell facing off against King Rye, 20-0, 17 knockouts, Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, they can get close.
Do it face-to-face, guys. Here we go. Let's see you. Come on, Luke. All right, one final time, we go back over to Sergio. More of Sergio. Get us set, man. Boxing back in 2021 here in Dallas. All right, so that will do it for us from here for now, but we'll be right back on DAZN tomorrow for the official weigh-ins. 5 fights on the card. Of course, our headliner, it'll be Garcia versus Campbell, Fire and Ice. And the only place to see it, of course, is right here on DAZN. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Yeah. What's up, Sean? What's good, Ryan? How you doing, man?
Doing great.
Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What'd you see in Luke Campbell's eyes?
I mean, I don't really see. I just see a man staring back at me with eyes. So I don't take anything from stare-offs. I don't take anything from press conferences because nothing matters unless you get in the ring. That's where the truth comes out. So.
Ryan, you're 23, but you're handling it like a veteran that's like 65.
22.
22, sorry.
Yeah.
You're handling it great.
It's just something that I feel like it comes natural. Something that I just got a gift of doing. I know how to get up on stage and speak what I speak. But I know that Luke is gonna come to fight. I know it's gonna be a fight for the people, and I can't wait to show what I can do.
Was it weird facing off with fiberglass?
You know, I was messing around with him. I don't care. I mean, it's weird. It is weird. I wish we could have gotten, face to face, but I don't think it'll make it. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal.
Do you feel any pressure coming into this fight? Although Campbell has a lot of experience and he's fought elite fighters and he's an Olympian, do you feel any pressure at all?
I don't really feel any pressure, to be honest. I mean, I know there is a lot of pressure surrounding the fight, but pressure is what makes you into a star, is what makes you into a diamond. So the more pressure, the better for me, because I have a chance to do something amazing.
How is it that you're favored, although he has, let's say, quote unquote, a better resume? How is it that you're favored more than him?
I just see that, if you look at the facts of the fight, he kind of has who did he fight to deserve to fight Jorge Linares? I didn't see him to fight anybody. I mean, he fought Jorge Linares, but, he did that at like 30 years old. I'm fighting him at 22. So me and him are not the same. And that right there shows that I'm 22 fighting him. We're not the same.
Ryan, you looking for a knockout on Saturday night?
I'm always looking to set up traps, but if the knockout doesn't come, I don't really care. I'm ready for a whole 15-round war.
Ryan, you knocked out each of your last 2 opponents in the first round. Campbell was dropped in the second round against Linares. How dangerous is it for him in the early rounds?
It could be dangerous or not dangerous, depends on what he does. If he feels my presence, he might not want to shoot a shot, and I might have to take it to him. But we don't know until we get in the ring. He's just, it's really up to him, because I know what I'm bringing. Luke has been caught, been dropped by Yvonne Mendy, by even Linares to the body, so he gets dropped to the body and head. So there's a lot of possibilities here. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Do you feel that you're the most devastating puncher he would have faced to this point?
I personally think so. I mean, I got precision, I got timing, I got power. Power is not so much about how hard you hit. It's about if you know how to hit. There's a difference there. It's not about, boot strength. It's about, timing and skills.
First time in Texas fighting and first southpaw, man. What does it mean to be fighting in Texas and fighting southpaw for the first time?
Southpaw, no problem. I've been seeing my little brother as a southpaw for years. I mean, I know the angles on a southpaw. It's just another day. You know what I mean? I have experience with that. Texas, now that's different. I already love the atmosphere from my Texas fans. On Twitter, and I just see it all over across the social media. It's amazing. Like, he said in the beginning that my fans won't be there for me. You'll see.
Nice jumpsuit.
Dolce & Gabbana, baby.
How does it feel training with Canelo?
It's amazing.
What kind of power did he give you?
He gives me everything. I mean, he gives me moral support. He gives me emotional support, skills support, a lot of support. So, I mean, training with the pound-for-pound champion, if you ain't learning something, then you ain't doing it.
Thank you, Ryan. Fit? Okay, perfect. One shot only, Ryan, with Tom. That's it.
Oh, sorry.
That way, please, forward. That way.
Where are we going?
Hey. Sean and Mrs. Garcia, how y'all feel coming into this fight for Ryan?
We feel very confident. You know, I just see my son working hard, both of them, just grinding and putting in that work.
And it was awesome to see your guys' background and your story in the YouTube feature and talking about how the hardships you guys went through growing up. How do you feel that has influenced both Sean and Ryan? Just the heartaches.
Yeah, I think they know that it takes hard work, you know, and it takes commitment, it takes sacrifice sometimes. And, you know, whenever life gets tough, you just got to keep going. So that's what it taught them.
Sean, how do you feel about Ryan going up against a southpaw? He's never fought one professionally, but you've been sparring him. You work with him. You're a southpaw. Will he have any trouble fighting a southpaw?
No, not at all. Ryan knows southpaws, orthodox. He knows all of them. He knows what to do. He's been training with me. You know, I'm a really good southpaw, so there's not going to be any difference. There's not really a difference. There's only some, you know, pros and cons when you face a southpaw. But overall, if the man can't take a punch, he's going down.
And what type of performance from Ryan would impress you the most? Obviously, a knockout's big, but what type of performance would you like to see from him?
Just showing off his skill that I know he has.
That's what I want to see, you know, Ryan, you know, Luke brings that out in him. The other fights he's had so far, you know, Ryan hasn't been able to display all his boxing skills.
All his skill, yeah.
And this is what I'm hoping Ryan's going to be able to do in this fight.
And Sean, just real quick, man, how you feel about going into your fight, man? Big opportunity.
Yeah, I feel great. Me and Ryan's been training very hard, long time. We're ready to put on a show, and I'm going in there, you know, with the best I got, and I'm going to give it my all out there.
Thanks, big dog.
Janice and Alyssa, they're 13 years old.
Yo, what's up, Janice and Alyssa? How you doing? We're over here.
I told you I'd do it.
Come on now, we're getting ready for this fight. Thank you guys so much for the support. We're gonna do it, and God bless.
Ryan, do you have any trouble making 135? No?
I'm too disciplined to have trouble.
So we're done here. They want us to come out at 3:30 and then do the first
Yeah, it's in the calendar, right?
Ryan, Sean, Janine wants to do something. Sean, can you come over here? All right, so can we do that video where you guys are supposed to Ryan, turn around and go. Just say, or your text, what's the name of your text?
Alright, so we're just going to say, hey everyone, sign up now to win a chance to play against me and Ryan on Airshow.
Excuse me. Sorry about Luke, do you have a quick second? Cool, man. Aaron Cantu, FightHype.com here with Luke Campbell, 20-3, 16 knockouts. And Luke, you've been in there with top opposition. You faced Linares and Lomachenko. You were game in both efforts. What did you learn from those fights, and why is this outcome going to be different than those?
Yeah, I still believe I beat Linares when I boxed him. I believe I won 7 rounds out of 5. So I was unlucky not to get the decision in that. I'm more mature, I'm more wise, I believe I'm a better fighter all around. And everything in life is about timing, and now I believe it's my time.
Definitely, man. How do you feel like you match up with Ryan hand speed-wise in the speed department?
Well, I'm quick, I've got fast hands. but time beats speed.
Timing beats speed? Definitely. So you're looking to set up punches?
Looking to win. So,
Definitely.
Whatever that may be.
We know you have the will, man. You show it every time you step in the ring. Ryan Garcia, he's got devastating one-punch power. Heading into this fight, how much respect are you putting on his power?
Yeah, no, I'd be a fool not to. Be a fool not to respect what he brings. So I'm going in there, obviously, knowing what he brings.
Do you feel like his power is devastating, and do you feel like you have to be cautious in those early rounds?
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Definitely, man. And how do you feel your experience can play as an advantage in this fight?
This isn't my first big fight. I've been in some mega fights and always performed. So again, this will be it. Some people can step up to the big stage and mega fights. Some people perform and some don't. And I'm going to go out there and perform.
Definitely, Luke. And you throw a nice straight left hand, but you also throw that winging left hand. And you also throw a nice right hook. Do you feel like you can put some power on Ryan and put him in a position he's never been in before?
Yeah, most definitely. Of course I do, yeah. I believe I've got both hands. And see what reveals itself in the night.
Good deal, man. And just last take, because you fought Loma. What did you think about his fight against Teofimo? And do you think there should be a rematch in that fight?
Yeah, I think a rematch should be in that fight. To be honest with you, Lopez did fantastic. Losing Lopez for Lopez, but it was a strange Lemachenko in there. I thought, he didn't really do anything for 7 rounds, and obviously I seen afterwards I got an injury beforehand, so it sort of makes sense. But fair play to Lopez.
Appreciate you, Luke. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
What Ryan Garcia, the position he's in now is that it's a very unique one. It's a special one. That's why I say the world champions need him to gain more popularity, to gain bigger purses. Ryan Garcia is in a position where he calls the shots.
Last question. You look very good. Are you still in series about your comeback?
I'm training. I'm working out.
Now, if you have three options on the table right now, would you choose and why?
I don't know. I have no. Not yet. It all depends on when I start sparring next week. How I feel. That's going to be a big factor.
Oscar, though, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Oscar, real quick. How you doing?
Good, man. Who you with?
Fight Hype.
Nice.
Aaron Cantu, FightHype.com, here with Oscar De La Hoya, legendary promoter, also a great fighter in his time.
Hey,
Oscar, dangerous fight for Ryan, man. Luke Campbell's a southpaw. He's never faced a southpaw. This is Ryan's first time fighting in Texas. Break down this fight stylistically.
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, as a fighter myself, knowing the styles and what they're thinking too. I think Campbell is coming into this fight like wanting to prove to the young kid, the new kid on the block, that this veteran here is gonna just walk right through you. So I think Campbell's gonna come at him and maybe put the pressure, and that's where Ryan Garcia is gonna shine. He's gonna wait for Campbell to make mistakes and probably eventually knock him out. It's gonna be a difficult fight to figure out, but once Ryan figures him out, he's gonna probably knock him out.
So you actually think Campbell's gonna be more aggressive and try to hold his ground a little bit?
Yeah, he should. He should, because he's the Olympic gold medalist. He's the guy that's been up there with world champions. So he's the guy that has more confidence. So he should come forward and not hold back. So I think if if that happens, we're gonna get an exciting fight.
Oscar, what type of performance from Ryan would impress you the most?
I think if he knocks him out like in the 8th, 9th round, that'll impress me.
Into the later rounds.
Yeah, I think the first round is, maybe you caught him cold, maybe you were too fast for him and you caught him off guard. But when you go 8, 9 rounds and you're in deep waters and you still knock him out, that's pretty impressive.
A tough question, but given the departure of Canelo from Golden Boy, do you feel any more pressure to kind of move and basically manage Ryan and his promotion? Like, is there more pressure now that he's basically the cash cow now?
No pressure whatsoever. I mean, look, we've been in this position before. When I was promoting Deontay Wilder and when I was promoting Danny Garcia and the welterweight from
Spence,
Errol Spence, when I was promoting all the top guys, Leo Santa Cruz, and when Al Heyman took him to PBC, we were in the same position as I am now, and so this is like not uncharted waters for me. This is something that makes me want to like just again like a fighter. You got to prove again and again and again. Look, we have Ryan Garcia, we have Munguia, we have Virgil Ortiz, who is probably going to be the best champion out there, in many years to come. So we have a lot of fighters that we're building, and we have some great young prospects. So this is something that we do best. This is what we do best, and so I don't panic. I never panic. I never think to myself, my gosh, this is the end, or no. You just have to kind of like reinvent yourself and work extra hard, to again, inside the ring, to prove to the people that you can do it.
A couple more. Can you just reflect on Canelo's departure, and do you still respect him as a man?
Yeah, no, absolutely. As a man, I respect him. As a fighter, I respect him. Business is business. I think that our paths will cross once again. He's a free agent. I know now that money is very important. The business is very important. So that's right up my alley. I mean, look, there's no reason why we can't offer him a very lucrative deal and lure him in once again. I mean, that's why promoters are promoters. It's like you have to present the best deals possible, and so I have no doubt in my mind that we'll promote him again.
So there's no bridges burned there then?
Well, not with me. No,
Yeah.
We don't talk, but I'm sure there's no bridges that.
Last question. Everybody's talking about you fighting Chavez or Mayweather or some of these other guys. We know you're training. What do you think about a potential fight against your fellow promoter, Bernard Hopkins?
No, he already knocked me out. So
that's what I was saying. What if you, in the contract, you say you put a clause that there's no body shots?
Yeah, there's no knockouts. So no, look, I am in training. It's gonna be between 154 and 159. So yeah, 160 was too much for me.
Thanks, Oscar. Appreciate you.
Oscar, can we take a picture? Oscar?
Right there.
Shit.
You'll see a roll.
He ain't got no roll.
Good.